Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Between Realities.
Woo!
It's the Between Realities VR podcast, to be more specific. It's season 6. We are back after taking a month off from doing the show.
Yes.
Which sometimes feels like a single second of a blink of an eye.
It did. It felt like a single second, but at the same time, it felt like a million years.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get to hang out with all our peeps every Friday.
Are we getting into time relativity in the first 10 seconds of Between Realities season 6?
I think we might be.
Because what is a second anyway? What is a month anyway? I don't know. But it's gone. And we're here now.
Yep.
Back living in the moment.
Yep.
Back present moment awareness. Microphones on. You know, about 20 minutes ago, I was at Guitar Center picking up a cable.
Yes. We had some technical issues. We did 2 episodes of Backseat VR Developer with some great games, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
And we had an absolute blast playing some fantastic games like Eolia, which we'll probably talk more about later. And another game called, it's a weird name.
Oh, Dyschronia Chronos Alternate.
Yeah. It's
that anime movie. It's like a movie mystery, like murder mystery kind of anime styled game. And that one surpassed my expectations, to be honest.
It looked awesome.
Yeah, it was
cool. Just realized I don't even have chat up. What kind of a co-host am I? I'm terrible at this job.
Listen, if anybody, I would love to actually. If anybody thinks that they got what it takes, hit me up because I would love to.
Get me out of here.
Yeah,
Get me out of here.
I'm sick of your shit. So, hey, everybody. You're here, right? You're here with us. It's live. It's Friday, September 9th, 2022.
Yeah.
This is a live broadcast on youtube.com where we have all these amazing visuals. And, we're using my camera this season, which I think looks a lot better than Skeeva's camera.
It looks great, which is the same model. It's just mine's a model newer.
Yours is cursed.
And it's cursed. It is. It is. So if anyone knows is really good with DSLR cameras and they know how to make us look better. Yeah. Because we really look so much better than this.
Even better than this, if you can believe it. Yeah. It's today's been a rough day, to be honest, just technologically wise. We've been having a good time, hanging out, doing our thing, Between Realities
Lots
production
of tech
day.
Issues,
but tech issues galore. And we've just been jumping through hoops and fixing stuff. I hear a rumor that Mercury's in retrograde,
Which makes sense, man. It makes sense because it's been one thing after another. Luckily, we did get through 2 episodes of Backseat VR Developer, and there were no issues with recordings or anything. It went really well, and I know everyone's going to enjoy those episodes because they're super good. But Alex, literally had to run out and find a cable and got back 5 minutes before live time.
Hey.
Yeah.
We did it.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
I didn't when I see that is going down, I do not waste time. When I realized that we needed something, I was like, bye. And I was gone the door.
Mm-hmm.
So, but who's not gone and out the door is our lovely audience. They're here to stay for the next 90 minutes. All right. So don't go clicking off of this video. Don't go watching something else or forgetting what you're doing because you're here for the Between Realities VR podcast and nothing else. This is your top priority for your Friday. So I know people have been dropping comments in for the past couple of days, but I got to go with what's in front of me here. And I've got VR with Jasmine saying that she's early. VR with Jasmine, the first one in my chat.
And I am going to say just a what's up to Virtual Steve because he had a comment in there multiple days ago.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
True that. Virtual Steve.
But Jasmine, the homie.
The homie. Sure.
We just spent a good amount of time with her, and I guess we have to wait to talk about PAX.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, Virtual Steve. By the way, Virtual Steve's content is his quality of his content is way too good.
It really is super good.
Yeah, he does awesome stuff. He builds his own sets in Blender and stuff. He is the real deal. So if you guys haven't checked out Virtual Steve, do it because he deserves an audience at this point, I would say.
Yeah, he really does. Mm-hmm. His stuff is great.
Yep. We got Roy Boy up in here. Roy, you thought you were early. Pfft, man, you got to wake up earlier than that to beat Jasmine into the Between Realities chat. Okay. Short Stack VR, dude, the homie. God, we got so much to talk about, don't we?
I know. We really do.
It's I don't even know how we're going to get to everything. We will. A random guy on the internet. What's up, man? What's up, rando?
I've seen a few randos. Yeah,
good.
That's cool.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, Indie VR, TikTok. Oh, we're here. It's already happening. Yeah. Lilac Furnish. Lilac. Hey, Lilac. How you doing, Lilac? Thanks for joining us. Traveling Man. Good to see you, buddy. He says he's anticipating another stellar season. Well, That's good. I wouldn't anticipate anything less than that because we're going to be bringing it in true Between Realities fashion. CreeperBetty VR.
What's up, Betty?
Happy VR. Happy Friday, VR peeps. That's right. It's Friday, and we're here celebrating together. Mike Newton says the weekend is back. You are damn right, Mike Newton, creator.
I think we were doing a show. We were doing someone's show, and Mike Newton was in the chat. And I almost went, the weekend, but it wasn't the weekend. It's like ingrained in my head when I see Mike Newton. I'm like, the weekend.
No, it's great. You are the weekend embodied, the weekend personified, and take that as a compliment. Wolf Raza's chilling. What's up, Wolf Raza? Hey, Wesley Snipes. Good to see you, man. Hey. Population 1 player with some skills. Z-Storm.
Z-Storm, da homie.
Season 6.
Love that, man.
Time.
Listen, if you guys, for some reason, are living under a rock and you haven't seen Z-Storm Gaming on Twitch, or Z-Storm Games, I should say, on Twitch, it is next level stuff. The dude wears like bodysuits, has vests on, has buttons places, switching his voice, things are happening. It's absolute madness, and it's so good, and you need to go check out Z-Storm Games.
It is good, and I know that he's got other stuff up his sleeve too, so probably a good time to start following. Mr. Lord Beavis, yo. Hey. What's up, Beavis?
Hey.
Thanks for joining us. Space Denizen. Hey, it's Void. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Hey, Virtual Steve is here. It's good to see you.
Virtual Steve, what's up, buddy?
I hope you just heard us talking about how cool you are.
Yeah.
Croy VR, it's Friday, and it's live time for BR. That's right. That's right, Croy VR. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here with us. Obscure Nerd VR, what's up, Andy? Good to see you, dude.
Hey, what is up, Andy? How are you?
Yeah, dude.
I miss you, man. I feel like we haven't like hung out IRL in like a minute.
You know, I almost feel bad saying this right now, but like I get to do like little video calls with Andy like somewhat regularly.
Oh,
we just jump into calls and hang out. Yeah. I mean, get on my level, man. Get on my level.
Well, I love you anyway, Andy.
Yeah, it's good to see you, dude. Duggars K's chilling. Hey, everybody, it must be the weekend, dude. It is the weekend. Yep. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yep.
I love it.
It is.
Tiga Lover 06. Oof. Hi, people.
What's up?
I'm always like walking a tightrope and saying that name. Moonshine Games. What's up, Moonshine
Hey
Games?
there. How's it going?
Right. Ooh, Immersed Robot.
Oh,
that's Gary
what's
Walkden.
up?
Good to see you,
So
buddy.
I keep telling people since we have a little time here, right? Anytime people bring up the book Ready Player One and that there's a sequel, Ready Player 2, I always mention that there's a book called The Memory Engine by Gary Walkden.
It's true.
That, in my opinion, is better than Ready Player 2. Like beat Ernest Cline at his own game and came out with this book that is so ridiculously good, all about virtual reality, all about brain-computer interfacing virtual reality, like next level stuff, has like made all these cool predictions about how like haptics will be in the future, and like it is so good. If you're a VR fan and you like stories and books, you need to get The Memory Engine. Seriously.
He's not lying.
Go get it right now.
He tells like our Uber drivers that if they like Ready Player One, they should get this book.
Yep, for sure.
Shagsy, it's time for the dynamic duo.
Hey,
you said it. You said it. Michelle B, good to see you, Michelle. Thank you for joining us.
How's it going, Michelle?
Oh, is that Ashley Huffman, aka Chick Tech? Man,
what's up?
Is there a cooler chick in the world than Ashley Huffman?
She is up there.
It's a short list.
Up there. Yep.
It's a short list, that's for sure. Sadly, it's Bradley's here. He says, hello, congrats on season 6.
Oh, thanks, Bradley. Thank you,
brother. And he's saluting us because he's the best.
Heck yeah.
I wasn't able to catch your appearance, Bradley, on Q2C VR Gamer this week live, but I did go back and catch some of it. And I appreciate you just continuously just being awkward and amazing.
We love you, Bradley, for real. You're doing such good stuff for the industry.
Yeah, and you're not done yet. You ain't done yet.
Nope.
Hussein X. What's up, people?
Hey, Hussein X. How's it going?
Man, it wouldn't be a Between Reality stream without Hussein X.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Roy Boy has blessed us with schmeckles.
Oh, thanks, VR Roy Boy.
Some blessed schmeckles to kick off your session. Let's go. Bam! Bam!
It's been a month and Alex forgot all the buttons.
I got good at it for a second. It's almost like I do it intentionally now.
Oh God, I love it.
Well, thank you for the 30 schmeckles. I will
convert
that into dollars one day and figure out how much that is.
Yes. We appreciate you.
Mo Beast Gaming's here. He says,
What's up, Mo Beast? How's it going?
Man? Good to see you, Mo Beast Gaming.
How's it going?
Fourth Wall Breakers here, breaking the fourth wall. Good to have you. Soul BC is here.
Hey,
What's
Soul.
poppin', Scoobies? Good
How's
to
it going?
see you, Soul BC. Brother.
Soul BC actually just started working for Liv.
I saw that.
Right? Congratulations,
That's
Soul BC.
insane.
What a cool company.
You're a sleeper, man. Like,
know.
I didn't see that coming.
Me neither. Good job, dude.
Straight up sleeper.
What an awesome company. Like one of the coolest companies in VR right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liv is great.
Yeah.
Liv is
for
the
real.
reason that VR is, I mean, it has contributed.
Yes.
Heavily.
To VR's success as a whole. Yep.
Heavily.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, guess who's here? Daniel, German Rifter.
German Rifter, what's up, buddy?
Burning the midnight oil to hang out with the Between Realities boys.
We love you, dude.
That's what I'm talking
Heck
about.
Yeah. The man, the legend. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I hope you're doing really well, Daniel.
Absolutely, dude.
Quikcosplay in the chat. Hey, Quikcosplay.
Hey, Quikcosplay's in the chat.
Oh, man.
One of my favorite people.
When can we start digging into stuff? When we stop shouting out all these amazing people who are in
It's
chat?
just too many cool people.
I know.
Thank God there isn't like 2,000 people that watch the stream. The whole show would just be us talking about
For
our
real.
audience.
The whole thing would just fall apart, actually. It would start to suck really bad. Random Hero Guy 1's here. He says randos are the best. He's talking about the random guy on the internet. We have multiple random people in our chat. Keep it random,
Heck
boys and girls. Dude, Mash Daddy Cool.
Duh, homie.
He's like probably the most famous person in VR. In fact, when we were at PAX, people were like stopping him for autographs left and right. We couldn't even eat at Cheesecake Factory because
I had him sign me and then got it tattooed over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a big Mash fan.
I'm
a big Mash
you.
fan.
I
Yep.
don't even blame you, dude.
Yep.
I don't blame you at all. So I think we're pretty close, man. We got Mr. Tasselhoff, dude. By the way, do you want to? I mean, Mr. Tasselhoff, like,
Yes.
the stuff.
So Mr. Tasselhoff sent us some really cool stuff, and dang, I should have had it.
I know.
In reach.
We'll get some stuff next.
But yeah, so he sent over really cool gun stock, and so Tasselhoff has his own 3D print shop, and he makes some really cool stuff. He makes gun stocks. He makes stuff for like putters for golf games. He makes like random cool things like Beat Saber cubes and keychains and little Quest controller keychains and stuff. You got to go over there after the show. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description because he's got some cool stuff, man.
Yeah, we'll show it off.
Stuff.
We'll show it off on next week's episode.
Yep.
I'm so stoked. The Beat Saber cubes look amazing on my desk. Like, thank you for sending that stuff,
Yes.
man. I have a feeling I'm still gonna hate the gun stock. I'm willing to try it. I will try it.
Alex just doesn't like gun stocks.
I don't.
Right?
I love the
Pro
aim controller.
tubes, mammoths, all of that stuff.
Give me an aim controller. Give me an aim controller, bro.
Yeah, because that has all the buttons and everything directly on the thing. It's not a stock.
That
right?
and the games are designed for that controller,
Right.
so you're not like incentivized to break your hand off the thing, grab a grenade, chuck it, stick it back on.
I will say so. I'm not a huge fan of gun stocks either, but I have occasionally used them. I do have a Pro Tube. I do have a Mammut, and I've used them in competitive situations, right, where I've been played some competitive games, and the mini stock thing that Tasselhoff sent over was just as good.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. Dude, Mash Daddy Cool. $5 super chat. That's what I'm talking about. He's got the $5 super chat, and he says, wow,
Thanks, buddy.
season 69, impressive.
Ooh, 69. That's a lot of seasons. It's a kinky amount of seasons.
That is a kinky amount of seasons. CreeperBetty VR with the $5 super chat for the crickets. Crickets.
Thanks, Betty.
Yeah, that's right.
Beatbox into the crickets.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
There it is.
Awesome.
There it is. The crickets.
A little bonus there.
And we also have a Mr. Tesselhoff.
Hey!
There it is. He says, here to a great season to come. May your guests be lively and the conversation flow. Well, that's like the most formal super chat we've ever gotten. I feel like
Very
that was
poetic.
like scribed on a scroll and sent by a raven. Man,
Love it.
So
Love it.
we really love you all. This is really fun, just sitting here, just saying all of the names in chat, like VR Essentials, who I haven't heard from in so long, man.
Dude,
like, how are you doing?
What's up?
We need to get together sometime.
We do.
VR Essentials.
Yep, we all need to hang out and chat. Maybe a little Neos section, a little Neos hangout or something.
Yeah.
Speaking of Neos, I've that's
You know how many times I've heard Skeeva say that?
Oh my God.
Speaking of Neos.
Do you guys know that I love Neos? Do you know? Because it is legitimately maybe the coolest thing in all of VR. I'm not even joking.
He's not.
I'm not even joking. It is one of the coolest things.
And I even agree at this point.
Yeah. I have been fortunate enough to be able to bring in so many cool people through Neos and to show them what's up. I feel like you guys should, Neos, if you're out there, you should be hiring me or something, because like I'm constantly plugging your stuff. All the expos I go to, all the things, I'm always like, Neos. People probably think I secretly am like getting money from them, but I'm totally not. Yeah. But either way, it's super awesome. I brought Hummy's VR comedy in there last week before we went to the expo.
Skeeva brings in like CEOs of companies into Neos. He's like, hey, you're a big important CEO. Let me take you into Neos.
Well, they're like, what's new? What's like the coolest thing out there in VR right now? I'm like, well, let me show you.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to melt your brain.
Do you have 3.5 hours?
Right. I do tell people you need to cut out more than an hour for this, because but in an hour you'll be like, oh my God, I need more. It can't be over already. Right. And most people that are like, no, I only got an hour, 3 hours in, they're like, what? How is it 3 hours? Mm-hmm. Like, for real. Yeah. But me and Z have been hanging out in there pretty much daily. We try to get in once a day. Sometimes Z gets in before me, and we don't always meet up. But majority of the time, it's been me and Z Storm and CreeperBetty hanging out in Neos, along with some showings from Tribe Grey Wolf and Short Stack VR. And we have been working on something super cool, and it's getting better and better and better. And we're just gonna tell you guys, because you're the VR fam, right? We are like, and you can tell Nintendo and have them pull, like slap us on the wrist. But we're porting Mario Kart into Neos, and it is like, you can't even like. It's so good.
You're getting cease and desisted so hard. As soon as this thing blows up, you're.
But
done.
I'll tell you what. So we went into VR chat to kind of see what other people are doing, and there are Mario Kart levels in VR chat. And while some of the levels look good, the mechanics are terrible. It misses the mark on like making it feel really good, and they're just bad, right? Our stuff, oh my God. It's like good enough that I think if Nintendo sees it, they legitimately
1,000,000%. You're using real assets.
We are using real assets, and Z-Storm has been like pulling them into Blender and fixing them and polishing them, and like and we go in and we texture everything, and we're animating all the pieces, and building carts that feel really good, and we started creating weapons, trying to get the weapon system right, and like it just brought in a race system so you can actually race, and like counts the laps, and like
I popped in there. It's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, like instant loads to so far over a dozen courses.
It's super impressive.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy it. Come and hang out and check it out while you can, because as soon as people catch word of this, it's.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna publish it when it's good enough. We're gonna publish it, and then I think it's gonna be huge. And I think maybe at that point
that might even
Nintendo might come along.
People are gonna go into Neos just to do that. They're gonna be like, where is this? And you're gonna be like, Neos, and then be like, okay, done. And they're gonna go download it. And
they should, because it's super cool.
Yeah.
Like Z went and remodeled all of the item boxes and programmed them to work correctly. Man,
well, and the ones on the 64 courses look like the 64 item boxes, and then the ones that are like Mario Kart 7 or 8, like those look like those boxes.
We have courses from all the different Mario Karts, from the Super Nintendo to N64 to GameCube, the DS, the 3DS, Mario Kart 8, insane. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's nutty.
Let's have some footage ready next time we're going to talk about this, so we can
sure. We can do that.
Yeah. So we got Black Market Honey in the house. Good evening from Sweden.
Sweden.
It must be late over there in Sweden, right? Like it's late. What time is it over there, Black Market Honey? Quikcosplay with the $9.99 super chat. Let's go big this season.
Out of town.
Dude, I'm gonna start making this. I'm just gonna turn this into like a beat pad, and I'm gonna start just like making awesome beats with all these sounds.
I can do that. I can put the different buttons. Anyway, this will be part VR podcast, part beatbox, and music composition.
And Soul BC has to leave, but he's leaving with the $2 super chat, and he says he's got to pop. Mad busy. Much love. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the $2. It's gonna help pay for this cable that I just bought from Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Center. Sorry, I've got my priorities straight in my head. Tribe Grey Wolf is also chilling here with us. He's the homie, and we're very happy to have him with us.
Love you, dude.
Yeah, we do love you. I love you too. Chris Haney, Space Pirate.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
He is the dude who made Space Pirate
Chris Haney in the house.
It's so great.
Man, it really is so good. And Space Pirate Arena continues to just be the coolest thing ever. Like we gotta get back out there. We gotta get a bunch of people together, and I'll just go and rent another basketball court.
Do like a tournament.
Or do a tournament. Like go to an expo and grab a whole room and just do Space Pirate Arena because it's so good.
Chi-Town Diesel.
Chi-Town D.
What's up, Chi-Town D? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So what is new for you? Is there anything new that you want to talk about? Anything that happened this past month?
Just the Neo stuff and the Mario Kart stuff, right? I'm doing a lot of that. Yeah. Working, doing the Vertigo thing. Yep. Helping VR arcades be successful and do their thing, this past weekend. I don't know when we get to talk about that.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. Yes.
But yeah, I feel like all of those. What?
So we're about to get into this.
Sweet.
Yeah. Pollinator's here. Hey, pals. Good to see you, Pollinator.
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks
Pollinator is plays Friday Night Pop with us a lot. He is one of the OGs there, and awesome guy.
Those sessions
really
are fun.
Good.
Those sessions are so fun.
Yeah. If you guys like Pop 1 and you want a really good custom lobby environment with good people that do fun gameplay, if you haven't done a custom lobby, you got it right. So hop in Friday Night Pop, good stuff. They do crazy things like turn the gravity almost off. You can fling yourself to the stratosphere, fly around, one shot kills, and just all kinds of really good things that really make Pop 1 super fun.
True that.
So yeah.
In case you missed it, on Discord or potentially Twitter, this is my last month working for Bhaptics, which is something that I've had I announced during our break. I do have something else lined up. I have something going on, a place that I'll be moving to, which I am not ready to publicly disclose, but it is very exciting, moving up in the world, and stay tuned for more details on that.
When can we expect to learn about this?
After this month. So I've got videos coming out for Bhaptics for the rest of September.
Oh, okay. Got you.
And after September, there will be no more new videos coming out from Bhaptics.
From Alex.
Right. I'm sure that, those videos, they're not going to delete the whole YouTube channel. You know what I mean? They'll still be in circulation. They'll still be used. And I'm sure I'll still be popping up in promotional materials for Bhaptics, but no new materials after that. So, it's an exciting time for me. I've kind of been entering this transition period, and I'm excited to share more details about it when I can. But I just thought I should mention it on the show, in case people didn't catch it on Twitter.
It's the end of an era.
It is.
2
years.
Bhaptics, Alex VR, And Bhaptics is so awesome.
It is great.
It's so awesome.
Yeah, this is totally amicable for the record. Bhaptics, working with Bhaptics has been an amazing opportunity for me. And I've been so grateful for the opportunity to get in there, make a name for myself in the industry, have a title, make content and help integrate haptics into the games and stuff. I wore a lot of hats over those 2 years.
It's a lot easier to do awesome at a job when the thing that your job does, like Bhaptics, is awesome.
Straight up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I use my Haptic Vest every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
I can't. It's I don't. If you're playing like PlayStation or something, imagine your controller didn't rumble anymore. Right. So now when I go into VR games that don't have Bhaptic support, it's like using a DualShock with no rumble. Yeah. And it's super weird.
Bhaptics is awesome.
Yeah.
You can just look at it and tell that it's awesome. So I never really
makes you look amazing. Right. It makes you look like a badass.
Takes 20 pounds right off of you.
It does. Gives you a 6-pack. I go from a keg to a 6-pack with the zip of a vest.
So, gosh, that's hilarious. Bluebell's here with us, hanging out.
Hey, Bluebell.
Good to see you,
Bluebell, one of our amazing Patreons.
Wow. We have some. We need to do better to recognize our Patreons, man, because I cannot tell you how grateful we are for those contributions.
I know.
I know. it's just amazing that we have people who are willing to contribute regularly to what we're doing here.
You guys have helped us out so much. A lot of the equipment we use, all of, like the upgrades that we're able to do to make the show better, sound better, look better, is all due to our Patreons, because, you know, we're not rich.
No.
And it's not super cheap to do all this stuff.
Not yet.
So. Not yet.
But
this guy,
we will be.
This guy.
both of us. I'm manifesting wealth in the future.
Heck
right?
yeah.
We're in the tech industry. Okay, these are some big ass companies.
Make it rain.
They got money. All right, they can help us. Daniel Kaz is here. What's up, dude?
Hey,
what's up, Daniel Kaz? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. And Mepper, of course. Like, come on, Mepper.
What's up,
Mepper?
Mm-hmm. Mepper. Yep.
Like, what else can you possibly say?
Just Mepper.
That's it. All right, I want to talk about PAX, but first, we have a little surprise for y'all. So hang tight 1 second, okay?
And we will be right back.
1 second. Live
and we're back
in studio. It's Quikcosplay. She is here with us in the Between Reality studio. You guys didn't see it coming. She's here. What's up, girl?
What's up?
I am so excited to be back in the studio, but in person this time. It's been over a year since my interview with you guys. And I can't believe I'm here. So I'm freaking out. I'm so excited. I brought my space buns for space.
Nice.
So I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
You got the space buns. That's good. Because without them, you might get sucked out into space and implode or something.
I've come prepared.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you know, a part of our technical difficulties today was attempting to set up another mixer with multiple microphones so we could like each have a mic here. But unfortunately, that was, you know,
and then after that, we had a whole different set of technical issues. So it didn't even matter. Either way, technical issues were going to plague us today.
It didn't. So, you know, we're here. We're just going to share this microphone together, and we're going to talk about PAX a little bit.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Let me, I guess, do we need a monitor? Let's bring down a monitor just in case we're going to show things. I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Oh, look, there's us.
I feel like I could have repositioned this thing better. It's okay. We're going to make this work. You're good, right?
I'm good.
You can reach up and grab this thing.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Got it.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is. Okay, so we were at PAX together, weren't we? Have you been to an event like this before? I mean, I know you go to conventions pretty regularly as a cosplayer.
Yeah, no, conventions are nothing new for me. PAX was new. It was the first time I've been to a specifically gaming convention. I was very excited to be not only at PAX, getting to see and hang out and whatever, but to be working at PAX with one of my favorite studios as well. I was working with Resolution Games for their game Demio, and I had 2 cosplays that I had built that they brought out for me to do, and it was so much fun. It was probably one of the greatest experiences ever. I was literally talking to my husband last year about how I wanted to make my cosplays, and the goal was to get to conventions, just to go there, and then like talk about manifestation, right? Like, and here I am over a year later doing exactly what it is that I wanted to do.
Look at this photo. This is a picture of Skeeva and Quikcosplay together.
Yeah.
Like, look at how insanely transformed you are.
Completely not even a person anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
I love Kleepto. Kleepto has been one of the greatest projects I've ever done. It's pushed me further than any other project that I will do for a while, but I'm so glad that I did it. It turned out fantastic. Very pleased. Yes.
Okay, and Kleepto being from Demio by Resolution Games, right?
Yeah, that Kleepto's the card keeper. So whenever you're buying cards, and the best place to see Kleepto, in my opinion, is right when you zone in. Because right when you zone in, Kleepto's there in that room with you. So you can zoom down and get a good look at Kleepto in there. Because honestly, when I'm between levels, I'm just like, okay, awesome. What cards now? You know, I'm like not like looking at that room. You know what I mean? So yeah, you got to point out Kleepto in that first room.
Absolutely,
for sure. I think Kleepto's also hiding when you have to kind of orient, at least in VR. Like you have to go behind the screen or the book to see him and his little like cart of goodies. That was something that was super fun for me at PAX being in Quikcosplay. Was we were selling the pins, or Resolution Games selling the pins of Kai the assassin, which were super cute. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like pick up this little cardboard $15 sign, and I started selling pins as Quikcos. So I was like the little merchants selling
Are
pins.
people like stuffing money into your like little pocket, or like how?
No, I wish that were the case. It was not, but I definitely sold quite a few pins just because I was the merchant. People were like, oh my god, a goblin, I'm gonna buy a pin from a goblin. So
Fun with
That's
the
what's
Clicks
up.
wants to know who's that in the Skeeva costume.
Oh, I don't know. Someone cosplayed me very, very well.
That's pretty good. Thomas McNostrils here chilling with us in the chat. I saw Dad Bod coming out into the chat. You know, a new regular at Between Realities, I'm sure, right? Like from now on, every episode.
Heck
Dad
yeah.
Bod,
Heck
right?
yeah.
You're never going to miss one. Good.
Do you want to tell us like what it takes to do something like this? I feel like people think like, you know, you go to like the Halloween store and you buy a costume and you throw it on and you walk out the door, right? But as we got to learn, that is so far from the truth, right?
Right, exactly. So as I've mentioned on the last episode that we did together, I kind of spoke about my process in terms of cosplaying, which if you didn't watch that, go back and watch it. It's in the archives.
Yep.
But it takes time. It takes planning. It's not necessarily easily done. Qlipto was made pretty much over 90% by hand. I had to sew the cloak. I made the book. It was mostly made out of foam, PVC piping, upholstery material. PVC.
Where's the PVC?
It's in the staff on the back. Yeah. So this, so it's PVC pipe and then foam. Yeah, it's crazy. So it starts off with the design process. I spent a good 2 months just researching how I was going to make it happen because I was out of state.
2 months.
Yeah, well, I was out of state. That was the thing. So I got to spend 2 months building it in my mind first, which was crazy. I'd go to sleep building it, like in my brain, how I was going to make it happen. And then from there, you buy all the supplies and then you get to work. So from beginning to end, the process for Qlipto took about 4 months and well over 200 hours of time, which was intense. I want to apologize to my family for disappearing for those 4 months and my friends. I know anyone that knows me well and in person knows how stressful that was of a process, but it was all worth it though. I mean, like, totally. I think it was worth it.
I mean, I can say that I think it's worth it, but I didn't put 200 hours and all of the blood, sweat, and tears into them.
And that's making it, right? And then you're on the show floor.
Yes.
Right? And you got at an expo, you got to like change into this thing. You got to keep cool so you don't faint, pass out, and like dehydrate, right?
Oh, yeah. That was like a whole other thing. So I ended up taking Qlipto 2C2E2, which is Chicago-based comic book, entertainment, movies, convention, just to do a trial run. And it was 1 month before PAX. And at that convention, I learned that I desperately needed more to keep myself from like passing out and fainting. So I had to get little energy bar things. I have 2 face fans to keep my face cool underneath the mask. I also have a full body like vest with ice packs in it that keeps my body temperature closer to 59 degrees for a max of 2 hours. So it does keep me like cool for a short period of time. I wish that I could get one that would keep me cooler longer, but
yeah, because you were in this costume for about 5 hours a day.
5 hours a day, yes.
Yeah.
I did take a break on Sunday to do Deb, which was so much fun. Doing Deb at the Demio booth was awesome because of the fact that I was able to interact with the players, which is so great. As a fan,
yeah, talk to them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I got to play with them. I got to be in character and joke with them about how I was going to like make their life super hard because I was going to bring all the monsters to come and attack them. It was fun being in character and to bring that to life for people, because the people that did play the game that came over to the booth were definitely like, oh my gosh, it's Deb in real life. So that's what makes it worth it for me.
So here is a picture of you and Todd from, let me see, I'm gonna hit my button here, from Q2C VR Gamer, and it's a shame we don't have like a full body shot of you, right? Because you have like the whole thing
There is one on Resolution Games Twitter.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find that while we talk then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, I really admire like the dedication, because like you're talking about like, yeah, I had to stay cool, yeah, this or that, but like you were like hurting in this thing. Like you did not want to get this costume back on after that first day.
Yeah, day 2 was definitely a little bit challenging because I don't do anything kind of halfway. I always do it like full force. So Friday, I just went bonkers. I was just like in a character, crouched down, like messing with people, but then I felt it that night. I was like, I probably should have like held back and paced myself for the weekend. I don't know, like it's a fun time. And the other problem too is I had spine surgery this past May, so that kind of made things a little bit challenging as well. So I'm recovered for the most part, but I'm still a little bit tender in my lower spine. So being in that hunch over position for about 5 hours definitely was a killer.
Yeah. That seemed like very, very difficult. I don't know. Like I've worked quite a few conventions and expos now, right? And just in regular comfy clothes and shoes, by the end, I'm done. My back's done. I can barely even handle it. I just want to go home and go to bed, right? And like, I can't imagine wearing something like that. So props to you, because like you did a service to Demio and Resolution Games, and you rocked your trade, and it's awesome. It's great to see.
Props to Resolution Games, right? Like they are, first of all, awesome. This was when we were there. We had the chance to meet Jimmy Squires from Resolution Games, and we met Amber from Resolution Games, and what's her name? Johanna, and also the community manager.
Oh, yeah, Johanna's a community manager, and then Henry's a new hire.
And Johanna goes by Civial?
Civial, that's the name I was thinking of. Civial, right. So, yeah, we got to meet the Resolution Games team, you know, like Amber. Like, I've been, like, chatting with her back and forth just as, like, a YouTuber or whatever for years. So to meet her in real life was awesome. And I was not even planning on going to PAX West. Like, I had zero plans. Skeeva bought a ticket without me. Like, he's like, cool, see you later. I'm going. And I'm like, well, I'm not. I don't, you know, I was just like, money's tight. I don't know if I can swing it. And then Resolution Games was like, threw it out there, and they're like, hey, how about, you know, we pay you guys to come and hang out with us. You know, like easy. They're like, I mean, it wasn't exactly just hanging out. I actually was sitting down at the table here, and you know, walking people through the game, giving them a demo, you know, being like, all right, here's what's up, here's how we're going to do this, you know, this is what you need to do. And I just like talked to people through the game. It was, you know, pretty much everybody's first time who came through the booth. But Resolution Games made this possible for me at the very least.
So they did, but the other huge thing, and the other people that made it possible for us, was Q2C VR Gamer, right? Because they put us up, and without them we would have been sleeping at Resolution Games booth.
Straight up. It's true. Q2C VR Gamer, man. Eric Masher and Todd Jackson. These guys bought an Airbnb for themselves to go to PAX, and then they heard that Skeeva and I were not planning on coming, and they're like, no, I don't think so. You're staying with us. And Mash even gave up his bedroom and gave it to Skeeva.
Oh my God.
And
thank you.
Mash laid with me in the living room on the futons. And this is the guy who, like, you know, was planning on this whole thing anyway. So it's just like the selflessness from
amazing.
These dudes. Incredible. Like literally incredible.
Absolutely love them.
Yeah, I really appreciate you bringing that up, because they really do deserve that shout out. Like those guys are awesome. And
so they gave us a place to stay. They paid, you know, they paid for a lot of the Ubers and stuff, and then Resolution Games made it possible for us to eat. So heck yeah,
Resolution Games got my flight. That's what I feel. It's like they paid for my flight to get out there. So it was great. You know, we had a really good time at PAX, and to be honest, I feel like this Resolution Games situation was like kind of like a big highlight for me, you know, just being at the Resolution Games booth, meeting these people, and
it's worth to say that this was so awesome, because Resolution Games is legitimately, and was way before any of this, one of our favorite studios. And you, Alex, I would think, from what I've seen you play VR, play Demio probably more than any other game, and put like the most amount of time into that game, because you love it.
Yeah,
right?
well, and it's easy to spend 3 hours in there.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't, 3 hours of Beat Saber and you're shredded. Like it's over,
Yeah.
you know, like I'm dead. I'm frankly in this shape, like 20 minutes and I'm like, okay, I'm good. You know, but like Demio, it's like so comfortable. I can sit in there for 3.5 hours, no problem. Just like enjoying the time, like sipping a drink underneath my headset, you know, like it's such a comfortable game to play. So you're right. I really love it. And to be hanging out with the people who make some of the best games in VR, especially just available on the Quest, right? Like I loved it. It was great. I had a good time with them.
It was amazing. So we have met so many different people from Resolution Games over the past, I don't know, 3-4 conferences. Each time we go, we meet a totally different group of employees from Resolution Games, and every single time they end up being like the highlight of the people that we're hanging out with. Like, you know, from GDC to AWE, like there's always different people, different developers, different staff. Like Paul from Resolution Games, like all of these different people keep showing up, and it's just awesome. And it's great because it's like one of our favorite studios. Like legit, before we ever knew any of these people, we were like praising this studio. So it's not like we're like, oh, we like them a lot, so yay, Resolution. No, they're awesome. Yeah. Their games are fantastic. They're good people.
Yeah, I mean, what was your experience? Because you were with Resolution Games pretty intimately over PAX. Like you guys spent quite a bit of time together.
Yeah, the whole team was fantastic. I do want to thank again the Resolution Games team for believing in me and seeing that any potential that I could bring to the booth. So thank you so much for bringing a cosplayer out and supporting the other areas of VR, like in terms of like content creators and just artists who are out there to assist in the process. Again, I am also a huge fan. I play Demio quite a bit when I can. I did take a little bit of a break because of all the cosplaying, getting prepped for this convention. I wanted it to be the best that it could be. But yeah, they were so nice. They were making sure that I was staying hydrated, that I took breaks when I needed, even though I was pushing myself beyond what I probably should have. On Saturday, I almost fainted, but Johanna was just like, take as many breaks as you need. And I couldn't even give myself water. Like I couldn't even drink water on my own. That's how challenging it was being in full Klepto cosplay, and they were just like pouring it into my mouth like a hamster. It was the cutest thing ever. So yeah, no, they were fantastic, super cool, very flexible with me. Yeah, just fantastic. They made it possible for me too. They paid for my full way out. They paid me to do my cosplay there, which most people, like, I appreciate the thought. And understanding that it's not just me hanging out in a costume. I'm really trying to work. So that is, it shows value to the artists, and I really thank them for that.
Yeah, and it showed other studios too. I was talking to the heads of other studios that are like, man, we got to get Rebecca out here. We got to get Quikcosplay to do our characters, because they saw it like brought the booth to the next level. It brought the engagement of the people that wouldn't have even stopped at the booth if it wasn't for like a living, breathing version of one of the characters walking around and like passing out flyers and like selling pins. It was just really cool. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, especially because like when the costume's that good, like the first question is like, okay, what is this? Like, where does this come from? Because it's obviously not something that everyone's going to recognize. So it like sparks this curiosity, you know, like, okay, so this is obviously a great costume. What's the source material? Now I want to know who you are. And when that question, of course, leads to hopefully somebody playing the game and then falling in love with it and having a great time, you know?
Yeah. That definitely did happen on the floor, where someone, I was in my Klepto costume, and I guess I didn't even realize that was a thing. Some of these studios have to pay extra in order to allow a cosplayer to wander outside the booth area. So super cool that Resolution did that. So it allowed me to basically have free access to everything. Not that I was able to even get super far, because I would walk like not even a quarter, like, or I don't know, like 500 feet away from the booth. And I'm like, oh, like breathing hard in this costume is so hot. But I did my rounds around the booth, and I stayed in character. Just, I wasn't speaking very much because I was trying to conserve like my energy and my breath, and I didn't want to dehydrate myself. But I figured out a way to get my creepy little claws out and like hold flyers and just kind of like pass it and serve it up to people. So they'd be like, holy crap, what is that? Like, oh my God, I'm freaking scared. And then they're like, okay, what do you have there? And then I would give them a flyer and they'd be like, oh, cool, maybe I'll go check it out. And I had a couple people tell me, hey, it worked. I came and look, I'm going to buy the game. This game is sick.
Nice.
Like, I'm so happy. So mission accomplished. And that was my ultimate goal, was to bring that value. So I'm glad.
Did you try to do like a Klepto voice? Like do you have like a Klepto voice?
I didn't try. I mean, I know some of the things that Klepto says, like, that's a fine choice. You know what I mean?
I forgot what he sounded like.
Yeah. Come in. Yeah, like I wanted to not have to do that all day because I knew how hard it was going to be already just wearing the costume, that I didn't want to stress myself out. I totally, not even with Deb, I kind of felt like I missed an opportunity there. I should have spoke with the accent, and
Yeah, you get some dedication.
Jeez, right? My God.
Ridiculous. Why don't you put some effort into some of the stuff you do? Daniel German Rifter in the chat earlier said that he didn't think that you would ever be able to top your Half-Life Alyx cosplay, but he says you did it with Klepto.
Man, for real. And real quick, I'm going to show, just so people know what we're talking about, I'm going to show a little bit of that cosplay because it's pretty next level. So if you look here.
It's like a good one-to-one.
Yeah. No, you're not in the way. You're good. So this is Quikcosplay doing Half-Life Alyx, Alex Vance. And it's so good that a lot of people thought this was rendered and it wasn't real. Like I remember you went out and like got a permit to shoot at an old abandoned train station on these trains, right? Just for the sake of authenticity and completing the scene. It's not just the costume, it's the full scene and full immersion of the character, which immersion is what we're all about. This is virtual reality, right?
Exactly.
And this is all about like playing the part and being in the world. And so this is pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah. So funny thing about that permit, right? We found out after the fact that we paid some rando a permit for the location at the abandoned train station in Gary, Indiana. I guess it's owned by an arts community. I apologize, I don't remember the name, but there's I think they're like a nonprofit who owns the building, and they're renovating the building for youth to keep them off the streets and give them a place to hang and a place to express their arts. So this person who I spoke to no longer even works with the village or with the city. So we paid him. And then when like the real people came up for the nonprofit, they're like, hey, what are you guys doing here? I'm like, oh, I have a permit. They started laughing at me. They're like, no, that's not a
Swindled?
I did.
Oh.
I did. We got swindled. However, they were so cool. They were really nice. They're like, don't worry about it. You guys just go ahead and do what you got to do. They just wanted to know what was going on. But typically, I guess we would have had to communicate through them. Lesson learned.
How much?
It wasn't much. I think it was like $100. I mean, that's not like nothing. Sorry, it's not nothing, but it could have been worse because I've seen permits for way more. So in those pictures that you guys showed of my Half-Life Alyx, there's like right there with the head crab zombie. We were in a train that was a little bit more expensive. That was a couple $100. That was an actual set in Chicago, in downtown Chicago, where you can where people do music videos and things like that. So that's a studio space. That wasn't in an abandoned train. That was in an actual studio train in Chicago. So I had to pay for, I think, 2 hours and a couple $100 to shoot in there. So yikes.
Damn.
But
And Ashley Huffman pointing out the gloves, like, the gloves, I mean.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so back to PAX.
yes.
Yeah, enough about you. Your stupid costumes. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. I love your costumes. They're the best. They are so great. Even Arcanian in here in the chat says, "Oh my God, is that the best VR cosplayer on the planet? Live in the studio?
Yeah.
It is live in the studio right here. These little puffy pom poms are squeezable.
Yep.
Yes, it's really, really great. Dadbod says the Detroit Decay Devils owns that old Union Station.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, good looking out, Dadbod. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so Skeeva, PAX. All right.
PAX.
I've been talking about resolution games. We've been talking about resolution games. But when I say, dude, PAX, like highlight, boom, what's the first thing that comes up?
Okay, so the first thing that comes up to me is just the people we got to hang out with, first of all, right? So we were there. Obviously, Quikcosplay was there. You know, it was me and you, Alex. We had Short Stack VR live in person. Like, he really does exist, ladies and gentlemen. Short Stack is a real person, and he's amazing, and he's just as awesome as you could ever imagine. We had CreeperBetty that came out. It was so awesome to hang out with CreeperBetty and like go around PAX and like hang out and just run around Washington and Seattle and like do all this cool stuff. Eric Masher and Todd Jackson from Q2C VR Gamer. And then in this picture, I'll bring up another picture, but VR with Jasmine was hanging out with us too. We just had the absolute best time ever.
Yeah.
It was great. The people are always what really make these expos something special. Like, for real.
It is true.
Yeah.
I mean, we have always
Atom Bomb Body.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if there's an expo, is there an expo that Atom Bomb Body hasn't been to?
I think she's been to every single one of them. That, you know, is nuts. We hung out with Gerald McAllister.
Yep.
Like, here's a picture of, I don't know if you guys know who.
Gemesis.
Yeah, so
Gemesis Dev on Twitter.
Yes, so Gerald McAllister, the reason I knew him to begin with was because he was the person that originally leaked the Quest 2. And that was a big deal at the time. Everyone wanted to know what this thing looked like, what the specs were, and this guy just laid it out all on the table. And what's wild about it is shortly after that, he got hired by Meta. I was like, oh, Meta's going to hate you.
Apparently they didn't care.
Oh, look, we got Photobomb. There you are in the back. I didn't even notice that. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. I didn't even know you photobombed that picture. That's super funny.
I noticed that right now.
I just noticed that. That's hilarious.
Mission accomplished.
It was great. We met people from Humble Bundle, and like Jason from Row 2 Entertainment was there, and we hung out a bunch and just had a blast. It was just an absolute killer time. The Resolution Games people all hung out with us afterwards. We went to an Alchemy Labs party, and there really wasn't anyone from Alchemy Labs there, which was a little weird. We had their video guy that was there. He was an actual employee, right? And he makes all the trailers and stuff like that. And he was fantastic. And we had their PR company there, Triple Point, which loved the people from Triple Point. Awesome people. They threw a great little party for all of us. It would have been nice to have like Andrew Ike and stuff, right?
I was ready to run into Andrew Ike's open arm.
Dude.
I had a whole vision of it, you know? Yeah. And then like the Alchemy Labs squad just was not there.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah. But we did get to hang out with them at GDC, and we got to party with them, and they were exactly like the Comedy and Job Simulator and Rick and Morty's Virtual Reality and Cosmonious High and Vacation Simulator and all the titles that they're known for. They really are a legendary studio. So it was kind of a bummer that some of the people that we were hoping to hang out with weren't there at PAX particularly, right? But that was like the highlight for me, was hanging out with all the homies.
Yeah, we know there was this Polish party. Like, that's what we just kept hearing. Like, oh, you guys gonna go to the Polish party? And we're like, what do you even, like, I don't know, like, is that for us? You know, like, it's hard to say. And we didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into, but we see these invites for this Polish party, so we're like, okay, I mean, we got nothing better to do, so let's go check this out. Turns out this Polish party is it's like a Polish cultural establishment. You know, it's like it's actually in a residential area. Like, we were in a neighborhood, and like the cops showed up like later on in the night, and we're like telling this Polish party to keep it down.
It was like the Polish association. Like, crap, I can't remember what it's called. But either way,
we didn't know what was going on.
It's all developers from Poland that throw this thing, including, not just VR. There were VR developers there, but it was also companies like studios like CD Projekt Red.
They're the ones that I think hosted it or funded it.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, we
The
got
Witcher.
Cyberpunk T-shirts when we walked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it
we
was
were
pretty
like,
cool.
oh, okay, this is pretty cool. They're like, here's your free shirt, here's your wristband, and we're like, okay, not bad. And then we walk upstairs, and it's this huge open room with a long buffet of authentic Polish food and pierogies and sausages and stuff, and open bar on both sides of the room. And we were like, oh,
yeah,
okay then.
It was nutty,
and we had a really good
cool
time at this thing. This party was pretty awesome, wasn't it? Quick.
Oh yeah, dude, that party was insane. I am for sure future PAX. I will be there, and if they do have the Polish party, I will be back. I remember being exhausted that day, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it out. And you're like, I got an extra ticket. I was like, okay, I'm coming. Got my Uber. I was literally telling my husband, I don't know, I'm going to some Polish party. I have no idea. And I walk in, and that same thing. I was like, ooh, okay, wristband, okay, T-shirt. I'm super cute. I wore it to the airport. When I went back home, and then I walk upstairs, and I'm like, there's so many people there, and then all of my friends are there. Had a ton of great communication, conversations with devs in different studios, talked about cosplay opportunities. It was awesome, and I 100% plan to go next time. So
yeah, there was
hot.
It was super hot because there was a lot of people, as you saw in that room. But there were also so I remember one of the developers there that was a VR developer made what's the name of that game that we played, the third person Mixture.
Igor Hardy from Played with Fire.
Yes, Played with Fire, which is a really cool game. They announced anything publicly? So I think
recently they did, but the game doesn't come out for another 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not out yet.
So we did get to demo this game at PAX on the floor, and it was pretty cool, man. The art style was pretty amazing. There were a lot of good things happening in this game.
I really liked it. I thought Mixture was awesome, and I know that that Mash Daddy Cool and Todd Lamplighter agree with me. I just being honest, I was like, hey, Skeeva, what did you think? He's like, it was all right. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was all right.
It was beautiful, but there was some jank. But the game doesn't come out for another half a year.
Right.
So I expected that. Right. There were just little things that I think would make the whole experience better. And the good thing is, we told them all that stuff. We're like, hey, you should do this and this and this and this. And they were like, cool. Let's do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they were very receptive to the criticism.
Later, Mr. Tasselhoff. Thanks for being here, brother.
See you, dude.
Good to see you.
Tasselhoff.
I thought that game was great. I think third-person, video game style games are underrepresented in virtual reality. We've got Moss, we've got Astrobot, Ven came out and nobody played it, and then now I'm starting to see Mixture, and I like what they're doing. It's a little bit more hands-on, I think, than some of the other games like this. I mean, Astrobot is pretty good. Yeah. The way that they incorporate the controller and everything, you're launching tight ropes out of it, and spraying water out of it and stuff. Astrobot's awesome.
There's Igor with us at the party.
Oh yeah, there he is in the back.
He's in between Short Stack and VR with Jasmine. So one of the main developers there.
Yeah,
of the game.
Good. It's got Moss and Astrobot vibes, but the art style to me is maybe a little more mature. It has a mature look to it and almost a dramatic look to it. The character is this moth human that carries a scythe, and swings it around combo attacks, and you can fly and glide off of top of stuff. I thought it was awesome. Mixture looks really, really good, so I think that will be one to watch.
It did, and then there was also another VR dev there for Chernobyl Again. Is that what it's called, Chernobyl Again, or?
I don't know. We're calling it Chernobyl all weekend.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that was the one VR game that I did not get to demo while I was there, so I can't speak to it. I would love to go in and try it, and maybe I'll hit him up and see what I can do to get in there. But it looked cool, right? None of us want to go to Chernobyl and have our brains burnt with radiation, right? So to go through in VR and hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, but I don't even know what happens in Chernobyl VR.
I don't know. I don't know. We all know Chernobyl.
Right? You do the thing. You have the terrible accident.
I think you go back in time, if I recall correctly. I know that I was talking to Adam Bombardi about it And I think she said that there were some things that she felt were lacking, and I will let her speak on that herself, and I'm sure she will in the future. But that's my understanding. It's like, or maybe there wasn't enough time traveling. I think either it was something like that. Like you're either time traveling or you're not doing enough time traveling. I can't recall correctly. Yeah. That's two completely different things.
Dang, I wish I got to try it.
I mean, like, I wonder, it's like, can you like go back and like not make the mistake that they made? Like, is that what?
Oh, that'd be cool.
You know, it's like, hey, so how about instead of messing this up and leaking radiation into the world, we don't. You know, like you just like go and not make it, or is it like a fake story? You know, is it like a horror thing or something? And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, everything starts breaking out of the walls and creatures start coming at you. I mean, I have literally no idea.
Yeah,
none. So what else then? Because I feel like you did. I feel like you did more demos than I did.
I did. So I'm looking for a picture here to talk about this next one, because there were a few things that I played that were actually really, really good. Hold on, I know it's here somewhere. Did you get to play a lot of stuff, or were you just chilling, Alex?
Me? No, I didn't really. And like going to PAX this year, like. This was like the one time that we went to an expo. Like I said earlier, I wasn't even planning on going. So when we went to this, there was like no obligation, no expectation other than being at the Resolution Games booth for 2 hours one day. But otherwise, it was like I was kind of just free to do whatever I wanted, you know, which of course I love doing VR stuff, but also like Nintendo was there with the Splatoon booth, and there's like this like
Sega
Sega, and there's like this Elden Ring treasure hunt thing that was going on, you know. So I like tried to explore around a lot. I loved going up into the tabletop area. There's this game called Clask that I fell in love with. It's so much fun.
That was good.
So yeah, I did a lot of exploring and just kind of like a lot of like, I don't know, like being almost a tourist in a way that I haven't really been able to when I go to these kinds of events.
That's cool. You know? And that's a lot of how it was for me too, right? It was very much not stressful. A lot of times, let's say we go to an event for upload. It'll be like from the minute the expo opens, we have appointments every single hour until the expo closes. And it's like that every single day. And we're doing interviews and we're running from place to place, which is awesome. And we get to meet all the people and I love it. But this was like, oh my God, we're here. I kept thinking I was like leaving my equipment behind, because usually I'm lugging around like lighting and tripods and cameras, and like I'd like get somewhere and I'm like, oh, I forgot the equipment, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have any. Sweet, that's awesome. Right, but it was great. So I get you. It was very much a chill, cool experience, and we just got to go and play. You know, it was great. But one of the things that really stood out to me was Aspire 2 by Tripwire.
Now, this game is a co-op game, right? Like, can't you play this in co-op?
You can play this game co-op. So there's two different things. So there's the single-player version of the game, which is the main focus of the game, and you get to play as either like this little 3-foot-tall robot guy, and you go through super stealth, and you try to like accomplish the game without like killing a whole bunch of people and sneaking around. But then you get to play as one of the regular Aspire units, and you get to go more combat and hands-on as well, right? So there's two different ways to play the game. Plus, there's a way to play it co-op where you have a completely different set of levels and objectives, and one of you plays the Aspire robot, one of you plays the smaller stealth robot, and you go through a whole different thing together as a cooperative
that sounds like
game.
Fun to me.
Yeah, it does. But this game, so I didn't really like Aspire 1. Like, I bought it, I was excited for it, I'm like, wait, Metal Gear Solid in virtual reality? Sign me up, because I really like the Metal Gear games. And then I feel like maybe I got 2 hours in, and I'm like, nah, it's not for me.
Yeah.
This game felt so much better. Like, they took all of the things that the first one was kind of lacking in, and the gunplay and a lot of the different mechanics, and they improved them. It's just like you should with the sequel, right? You learn from what you did before and you make it better. And that's exactly what they did. This game was a whole lot of fun. I did, for the time I played, I think I played for 20, 25 minutes. And what I played was absolutely phenomenal. And I didn't want to stop playing. I wanted to keep going, and I wanted to finish the game.
I love how they called it Aspire 1. And now this is Aspire 2.
Yeah.
Like, I never imagined that one would like represent the first Aspire game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's Aspire 2, and I guess Aspire 3 and stuff can keep coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like, I don't think that was why they called it Aspire 1. Right. I didn't play Aspire 1, so I actually have no context to know.
Yeah.
But, it's like, people should just come out with games with a 1 on the end of it. Like, don't worry, we're gonna make more in the future. So we don't have to call it Splatoon 1, because it was just Splatoon, and now there's Splatoon 3 and then Splatoon. I mean, I know I'm talking.
I do remember that the 1 in Aspire 1 had some kind of significance in the story. I don't remember exactly what it was because, again, the game didn't do much for me. A lot of people out there liked it, and that's fine, right? Because it was the first type of game like this in VR that we've had. But this one, if you liked Aspire 1, you're really going to like Aspire 2.
Hussein X says, I think the 2 ways to play Aspire 2 was inspired by Alex and Skeeva. We've been hearing jokes like that.
People have been saying that on Twitter that, we're like the 2 robots. Yeah.
Because one's super tiny and one of them is normal. I'm not super tiny. He's like way bigger than most people.
It's true. Alex is not, abnormally short or anything.
I'm a normal sized man.
Normal dude.
I'm a guy.
Just a normal dude.
Yeah.
I'm just freakishly tall. So it is what it is.
It is.
Yep.
Hey, everybody, let's take a moment to say hi to Tam2. Hi,
Tam2. What's up, buddy?
Thanks for coming.
Tam2, of course, the main community manager for After the Fall at Vertigo Games. After the Fall being probably my all-time favorite VR game. Can I even say that?
Do you like After the Fall?
I do. My history with After the Fall was short-lived because I played After the Fall after I got back from my trip. Or no, was it maybe before the trip? I can't remember anymore. But I know that I just got super busy and I played. I didn't play with one of you guys once. I feel like we played once together.
I don't know, but we got to go in and play again because
I'm way behind. I kept getting confused on why I kept losing my weapons. I was like, oh, that's frustrating. But it was very cool. Very beautiful game. I love the gameplay. It was exciting. I definitely had I play with a group of people from tournament stuff, and we had a After the Fall team bonding game night. And we played that because there's like 4 of us, so it was perfect.
Nice.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, so much fun. Lots of screaming, me in corners being like, get away from me, I'm out of ammo,
By the way, have you seen the trailer for Firewall Ultra?
Oh.
I have. OMG. OMG.
If that game is even close to as good looking as they make that trailer look, it is going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah.
That's tough. I was just talking to my husband about, he's like, yeah, but you got to start gaming again. I'm like, I know. I have so many projects going on. But now I'm torn because I don't have PSVR 2.
No one does.
I mean, well, that's true. I don't know why I said that. But that was weird. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm torn on where I'm going to go next in terms of when I'm buying new equipment. Like, that's more so what I meant. Am I going to go... meta route, or am I going to go PSVR route? There's a lot to choose from. So I have to get back into gaming, rededicate myself, like have a sesh and understand why I loved it so much. But Firewall, you and I, that's old school. Like, that's what got me into gaming. That's what got me into VR cosplaying. As I mentioned before in the past, that game is amazing. So I don't know. It might have to bring me back.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as people start squatting up and playing Firewall and they're like, yo, Silva, where you at? You're going to be like, oh, God, I need a PS5.
That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure my husband even said, yeah, we're probably going to need to get a PS5. So.
And eventually, on a long enough timeline, everyone will have a PS5.
Yep.
By the way, Tam2 says, losing weapons, we fixed that. Sorry about that.
Oh,
yay!
Sweet.
I will see you soon then. I'm coming back.
Yeah, After the Fall is legitimately, the PC version especially, is one of the most beautiful VR games that there is. And a lot of people will fight me on this, and I'll go with you. I'll go, but it has some of the most replayability out of any VR game because you grind through these levels and you continue to go over and over again, and you collect harvest and you buy and you unlock pieces to these guns, and these gun upgrades are not insignificant. They make you feel like a complete badass. You go in there with the stock weapons and you're like, all right, this game's cool. I wish this gun was more accurate. I wish it had more oomph, and it will. You put these attachments on there, and then you go by the time you're done upgrading a weapon, you have a horde of 60 zombies running at you, and you are shredding these things, and you feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. It's just completely ridiculous.
Exactly. I know that feeling because when I first started, I kind of just had the regular stock stuff, and I was playing with some people who were much more advanced than I was in the game, and they're like handing me these insane weapons. I was like, what is this? I'm like, okay, I understand the reason. Like, I felt very godlike in there, just like completely shredding everything in my path. So yeah.
And you know what's cool? Actually, we do have something even more relevant to talk about with After the Fall, because just recently, After the Fall Arcade Edition has just come out, right? So you can go to a local arcade and you can check out the arcade edition, and you can go in and, like, as you hit safe rooms, there's all these pre-configured weapons laying on the tables, right? And you can, so like some of the, like the red disc stuff, the really rare stuff that you wish you could get your hands on because you have to like beat nightmare runs and stuff to acquire it. It's all there laying on tables, and it's all randomly like generated, like all these different types of guns, and you can go in there and you can just have a blast. So go out to your local arcade, support VR, support location-based VR, and play some After the Fall in the arcades, because it's freaking good.
Someone who said it, Virtual Steve said Breachers looks really good too. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't seen that yet.
Triangle Factory, the developers of Hyperdash.
Yeah,
the developers of Hyperdash are coming out with a Firewall Rainbow Six Siege tactical shooter.
Nice.
Yeah, and it looks really good.
Nice.
It looks really
Hyperdash was really good. I love plenty of faith that Triangle Factory is going to be able to pull off whatever they want. They're a very talented studio.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
That's exciting. I have. I played Hyperdash only for a short period of time because I was like heavy into like the Solaris like tournament gaming around that time.
Yeah, you were esports mania right there.
Yeah, so I only the speed of it was slightly overwhelming for me. It was it's so fast. I was like chasing crickets. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. But it was definitely fun, and I don't know if I'm like too far behind now at this point where I'm just gonna be like old and slow.
Yeah, you know, honestly, when it comes to all these games, like for me, like I really am not one to just like queue up, you know, in like in the public queue. Like I would, if we like got 8 of us together and all jumped into some Hyperdash together, that is where the fun is, you know. Just like in Firewall today, like if I was gonna play Firewall today, I would get friends together first, and then we all go in there.
And games like After the Fall, any game is better with friends.
Seriously.
It's just how it is, especially in VR, because you're like fully embodied in this character and your friend is right there. They're right there. You're like, yo, let's go do this thing. Let's go on an adventure together. And it's super sick.
I know. And we have a lot of VR friends, so that makes it easy.
Yep. Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does.
We do. We've had a lot of them chilling with us in this live chat right now the whole time. And it has been so great being back right here. Between Realities, we're here. Season 6, premiere. We're still in it, you know, not for too much longer, but we're still in it.
Yeah,
so we can still be here and appreciate it. Now, I know we're not quite done covering PAX right now, right? Like, I know that there's some.
I know there's one more game I definitely want to talk about.
Yes, yeah. So please, let's hear it.
Cool. So I think the highlight of the VR games I got to play at PAX was, and people might be surprised by this, but just wait till you play it, is a game called Eolia, right? By Road to Entertainment. Now, Eolia had, Road to Entertainment originally had a game called what was
Rhythm of the Universe, Ionia.
Ionia, right? And that game was a huge letdown. It bummed a lot of people out. It looked really pretty, but it wasn't very good, and it lasted about 40 minutes. So we were all like, oh, this is gonna be a throwaway thing. Like, it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna try this game. It's probably gonna stink. And then I played it. And oh my God, it's so good. And apparently it has about 7 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, we were in there today. As you mentioned earlier, we did an episode of Backseat VR Developer for Upload today with Jason Parks from Road to Entertainment. And we had an opportunity to just go in there, and like, it's just like the scale that they've captured in there is awesome. The visuals are on point. It's a hand tracking game, which is really cool. And they've put together a really awesome locomotion hand tracking system where you basically do an OK sign and pinch, and that becomes the center of your joystick. And then you just drag your hand left and right, and start strafing left and right, forward to go forward and back to go back. And then this hand, I pinch and turn the camera. So you can just start moving forward,
just like thumbsticks.
Turn the camera, just like thumbsticks, but with pinching mechanisms. And it looks great. It feels great. Like, the music's on point, and I don't know if I've met a whole lot of developers who are more passionate than Jason Parks. Like this guy is so excited about this project.
He is. So Jason has a studio where they make movies and TV shows using those big LED walls, right? Yeah. Jason put on a headset for the first time, and it blew his mind to the point where he like called his team and he's like, "We do VR now." And they're all like, "What? And he's like, "We do VR now. Let's go. Let's go." And like, cause it blew his mind that bad. He is one of us. He is one of us. And the cool thing is like, he's taking the game Eolia and he is listening to every bit of feedback. He's giving away codes. Yeah. Like if you people like reach out to him, you'll probably get a free code, right? And he wants to know how to make the game better. And not only does he want to know how to make it better, he will take those things that you're suggesting and he'll put him in like the next patch, like 2 weeks later. And he is going to continue to improve this game. And this, what he's been doing so far, I don't know how long this will last, but from what he says, this is legitimately their strategy, is to continue to, if you find bugs, they're going to fix them. If you have ideas on how to make the game better, they're going to implement them. Yeah. And they're going to make this game into what the VR community wants it to be. And it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And you're in there in these massive epic worlds and you're like, it's not possible that this isn't a Quest. Like this is a Quest native game and it looks unreal. It looks absolutely insane.
I totally believe him when he says that too. Like I spoke to him when we were over at Jupiter Bar for the first time and I was like, who is this guy with all this passion? I was blown away. He got me motivated. I was like, I just fell in love with VR again. After speaking to Jason, he was so enthusiastic, super nice, seems really intelligent, really creative, and smart with the way that he's trying to do things. I spoke to him a little bit on the cosplay side as well, and I also talked to him about like future convention stuff. He's trying to go big, so I know that next year he's going to do things differently. I'm excited to see where they're going. I got a key. Thank you, AK, for my key. I'm going to be playing the game. I didn't get a chance to play it while I was at PAX because for me, PAX was like in costume, out of costume. I'm going to go eat. I'm dead. I'm going to go to sleep. That was basically my life at PAX. So I'm honored that I'm going to get a chance to play it in the future because I am excited for this one. If there's any costume I'm looking forward to potentially making in the future.
Dude, don't say that because if Jason hears it, that's it. You know what I mean?
So this game is created by a bunch of 3D artists. Yeah. They are very passionate about art and music. So music and art are very much integrated and intertwined into this VR experience, along with it being hand tracking. Now, remember, this game, you can switch back and forth between controllers and hand tracking. So if you don't have the best lighting, whatever the case may be, and you're not feeling the hand tracking, pick up the controllers.
That's so huge,
it's just
dude.
as good.
Because that just shuts up the haters. It just shuts them up. Even if the hand tracking was great, you can be like, you know what? Shut up. Pick up the controllers. Like, you can't say anything. You can play it with controllers if you want.
Yeah, and you can switch between the two on the fly.
Just drop them.
You just drop the controllers, they turn off, and then your hands come up, and you can keep playing, and then you can go back and forth. Right? Because, when you're playing with your hands, you have to have them in front of your headset because the cameras on the headset have to see them. So when you put them by your side, you're going to lose hand tracking. Yep. It is what it is. It's a limitation of the hardware. But you are able to do that. So sometimes that can get a little tiring. But then you just pick up your controllers. You can put them by your side, use the thumbsticks.
Yep. And that's great. Going. Like the option. It's all about options, y'all. Like,
play how you want to play.
Yeah, give us the options, please, developers. Dark Angel's here. What's up, Dark Angel?
What's
Good to see you, my lady. Oh, Graham is here with the 100. That's how we keep it here, man. You know that. 100, nothing less. Decepticon also in the house. And our lovely Vivian Chazen. Thank you for being here.
Vivian.
Great
What's
to
up,
see you,
Viv?
Vivian.
How's it going? We missed you at PAX. We were hoping you'd be there.
So why are you even here right now? Like, what is going on in your life? Because you were like, hey, I haven't played VR because I was in a different state, and you're in a different state currently. Like, this isn't where you live. Like, this is a special treat to have Quikcosplay live in the studio at the Between Realities spaceship orbiting the planet. It's amazing. So what is going on in your life? Like, how is this possible?
Yeah, okay, wild. So I've been kind of traveling quite a bit for the last couple months. Well, not the last couple months, sorry, the last month, right? But it's something that my family does. So my husband works in software and in storage, and he works remotely. I homeschool my kids, which we've spoken about before. So we can literally pick up and go. So my husband's hobbies are drones. So he flies and competes in drones. Shout out to Dad Bod. Hey. Well done for getting second place in the hobby class at West Coast Throwdown. So we were there in Oregon at the beginning of the month. So that's why we even came out west, was for his competition.
He uses a headset to fly those things too, doesn't he?
So he's in VR basically. Like he's in first person headsets. It's
flying
super cool.
a drone at 8 million miles an hour.
Oh my God. Yeah, those things are scary, man. They travel like at 100, maybe over 100 miles per hour. I mean,
has he smashed like a ton of these things as he's been learning how to get good at this?
Oh my God, yeah. Like it's a constant, like they're just always putting props in buckets and like replacing arms. They crash and they explode. The number of cameras, like GoPros that we've gone through in our household.
Damn.
It's a high ticket price, but for the arts, right? So drones, right? So then I had PAX to go to. So we decided to drive down over to Cali. My family stayed in Huntington Beach for a couple weeks. And then I went to PAX, came back down, got in the car, and now we're kind of back home in the desert. Like my husband and I lived out here for 2 years. And I swear to you, like I warned my kids immediately, I'm like, the desert's trying to kill you. You have to be careful. And my kids are like, it's okay. I'm going to wear flip-flops next to all of these choyas. I'm like, not a good idea.
Cactuses and everything's poisonous. Everything wants to eat you and sting you and kill you. Absolutely. It's kind of like a mini Australia.
Right? I know. I felt as if the desert, because we're camping out in the desert right now in a campground. And I felt like it was telling me like, welcome back. We resumed trying to kill you now. So yeah, I do love Arizona. It's so beautiful out here. So I wanted to stop by. I'm only here for a couple of days. And then I'm moving on to Colorado. Well, I'm going to visit another one of my VR friends. So one of my tournament mates, I met up with Skinny Fat Man. Hey, buddy. So we met him in Sacramento, and I'm literally going and just traveling the country visiting my VR friends.
In Colorado, to me, is maybe the most beautiful place in the country that doesn't have a beach.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it, right? Like the mountains and the Rockies are unbelievable. I've had some amazing times in Colorado, and it's always wowed me. Like it's one of those places where you just look around and you're like, wow, nature is unreal. It's just so cool. So have fun. It's going to be rad.
But that's it. So that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
That's pretty amazing. Hey, everybody, take a page out of Quikcosplay's book and start making your own decisions and live the life that you want. And start driving around and visiting all your internet friends. Because this stuff is fun, like kind of like what Skeeva was saying. Like it's all about the people. And yes, the new connections that we make are fantastic. The networking and creating opportunity through making relationships with people is the best. Yep. But it's when you're sitting there and you're just looking at your people and you're like, dude, here we are. Yep. At the same table right now. Yep. We don't do this, you know? Years go by, we don't do this.
And this is why conventions are the thing, right? Because you get to hang out with your tribe. It's like meeting up with your people, like your family.
Yeah.
Dude, why does everybody want you to start a podcast? That's what I want to know. Because now Virtual Steve is saying Quikcosplay is really great on the mic. Ever think of starting a podcast? God. You want to say, what were people talking about over PAX?
Oh yeah, they were okay. So I easily get distracted, total ADD. So I will be in a conversation. I went to the bathroom, had a conversation with another friend who's in the VR community, come out, and then everyone's gone. And people are like, yeah, while you were gone, you missed all these conversations about how you and Adam Bombati and I think Jasmine, VR with Jasmine, you guys are gonna start a podcast. I'm like, word? I'm like, I didn't realize we were doing that. Well, thank you for the compliments. I appreciate that.
It's never going to happen. All right?
I don't know.
There's enough podcasts in the space. You're not going to watch anything other than Between Realities from now on.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. If you don't, I get fired all the time, so you can have my position here.
Okay.
When I get canned, you're the co-host.
Good. I mean, but Sweet. Now I feel like it's a challenge.
Oh.
I mean, let's see. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I can't put anything. I can't speak for the other ladies. I can't even speak for myself. I have zero me time already. So I don't know.
Well, people want to hear from the ladies in the VR space, and we do our best. I mean, we don't even try to. We just naturally are reaching out to people, and we're lucky in the VR space to have such a good mix, I would say, of all of the genders, right?
Yep.
Like every gender out there, there's so many people who are involved in the VR space, and I do feel like we get a pretty awesome mix, like when I'm looking around at our after parties, it's like not just a bunch of dudes sitting around together, like it's a whole group of people and of all different types. So I really, really love that. And while, we've been lucky enough to have all kinds of amazing women on the show like yourself, Quikcosplay, I do think that sometimes people would like to have a show where it's like the female perspective primarily, and then you can pull us on as guests if you want, if we're ever worthy, you know what I mean? But I think, I think it's all about just like, having as many different styles of this kind of thing as possible, So. Don't hold your breath, though, okay? Because Quikcosplay is busy. She's got a lot going on, and podcasting ain't at the top of the list, unfortunately.
I don't even do my own, tutorial videos. That's something I get all the time. They're like, yeah, we love seeing the end result of your cosplays, but what about, all the step-by-step? And I'm like, I am literally doing those things in the middle of the night. I look psycho. My kids are in bed. I'm melting. I'm just like a zombie at 2:00 in the morning, hot gluing stuff together. So I don't know, unless you want to come and hang out with, maybe I should just do that. I'm just going to turn cameras on. You whatever you see is what you get. And then I just work, and I won't talk to any of you because I don't talk when I work. I just in the zone. I will try.
You'll take what you can get, okay? Maybe she'll turn a camera on if you're lucky.
I know.
So we'll see. By the way, Bluebell says, without you, Skeeva, there would be no podcast. You're the tech man.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we all know that,
Thanks,
Bluebell. All right? Don't pull out the punches, okay? We got to keep the guy on his toes, But of course, this podcast would, of course, be nothing without you, dude.
Oh, thank you. And same with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I can't imagine us, doing what would happen if I didn't show up? What would happen if you didn't show up?
We had a funny conversation at PAX. We were sitting with Eric Masher and Todd Jackson of Q2C VR Gamer, and we decided we're going to do a podcast swap, right? Where the two tech guys do a show, and then the two talkers do a show. So one might not even get on the air, but the conversation will be amazing. And then me and Todd will push buttons and the scenes will look sick, but it'll probably be pretty boring, right? So I don't know. Let's see how that goes. Keep watch, because we might actually do that.
I don't know.
Realsies.
I mean, maybe we'll see. I literally it almost hurts me to imagine doing an episode of this without you sitting.
Oh, I know, bro.
It would be it would ruin the whole thing. It's been perfect until now. But who knows? We might have a few drinks and then be feeling like we were that night, and then anything is possible at that point.
And if you do want more of this before Friday, we have a new show.
Whoa,
don't we? On Monday?
Oh, wow. Maybe. Yeah, we do. So there's this super small, insignificant creator named Gamertag VR. Nobody's really ever heard of him. He's a legend, a true legend in the VR space. And Gamertag invited Skeeva and I, along with a handful of other amazing podcaster YouTuber types, to have a super group podcast that's going down. So the VR Crewcast has been the name of Gamertag's podcast over the years, and he's changed formats a couple times, exchanged different guests a couple times, or panelists, or whatever we're called, hosts. And now it's going to be a big one.
It is.
So 7 of us.
Yeah, so it's me and you, right? It's Gamertag. It's going to be, sadly, it's Bradley.
Huge.
Wes from Virtual Strangers.
Wow.
Eric from Virtual Strangers and Q2C VR Gamer.
Beardo Benjo.
And Beardo Benjo, sometimes substituted
Roots and
by
Beardo
Roots.
Benjo sound like they're going to
switch off a little bit. Yeah. So it's going to be a mega cast of VR nerdery like you've never seen before, where we all try to get in a word between 7 people.
We're going to see. All right. Hey, no promises, people. All right. I mean, I'm trusting Gamertag. I expressed my opinion in the early. I was like, hold on, 7 of us?
trying to all talk.
7 big personalities. It's like not even just like 7 like quiet people, you know, like 7 big personalities.
I can't wait.
You think it'll be good?
I'm going to be there for the drama, for real.
The drama.
That's why I'm going to show up, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, those are some big names, big personalities, big opinions.
Yeah.
All together.
See what happens.
It's going to be wild.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It might be great. It might be a shit show, and I hopefully everybody will be there for it. And I guess that's going to be on Monday, right?
Monday,
Don't quote us on that, but we're pretty sure Monday. Okay. So look out for that. And I guess we're about to wrap this up.
Yeah, I guess.
This goes by so quickly.
To?
I mean, no, but yes. Yeah. Can you want to move in? There's plenty of spaceship for you.
That's true.
Plenty of spaceship.
You're gonna have to adopt all my kids, my husband.
They're all wonderful.
Oh,
they're
good.
all welcome to stay on the ship.
Yay.
Yep. Absolutely.
You want to go to Dave and Buster's or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do this. We're going to get out of here. We're going to go play some VR at Dave & Buster's. We're going to play some games.
Yeah.
We're going to eat some food. We're going to have a good time.
We're going to hang out, because we're all friends here.
Yep.
So,
and we wish all of you could come with us and hang out.
For the record, it's kind of like, this. I think this is a good way to kick this season off. We kept you a secret. Right, we didn't advertise that you were going to be. I guess I hope you don't take that personally. No. But we thought it would kind of be a fun thing to reveal, and be like, hey, guess what? Boom, here she is, Quicksilva, in the house, in the studio. This is going down. But I really like doing this, and it's kind of like if you ever want to roll through people, just like hit us up, kind of thing.
Come on down. We might have another person lined up for something similar. We'll see. We will see.
We might do this again at some point.
We might not. Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, because this hasn't been too terrible passing the mic back and forth, but it's not ideal, and we're gonna need to get a solution for this situation.
Yeah.
So, anything else? Quick cosplay?
No. I just wanted to say that the post-con depression was real.
For real.
That was so hard. It took me a couple days to cut off my PAX spray. I almost waited to cut it off here. But I was like, that's just too much.
Yeah.
But
would have been grubby and stinky.
that would have been gross. Yeah.
It was cloth.
We enjoy cleanliness here. So
yeah, and I was like dragging mine through ketchup on my plate and stuff.
And you can tighten those things, but they don't loosen. And then Alex tightened it to the point where his hand looked like it was gonna fall off, like it was losing circulation. He was like, I gotta cut this off.
I cut it off, and then I had to wait in line the next day to go get another vaccination wristband.
Yeah.
This is it's about that. Thank you, Quick Cosplay, for coming through and hanging out with us in the Between Reality Studio and sharing a microphone with me. It's like not ideal, but whatever. We're here and we're having fun. This was a good time, right?
Yeah. No, this is a great time. You don't spit at all, so that's good. Yeah.
Just wait till I start spitting my freestyle later. It's nasty. It's actually not, and I would love it if it was. I can do the beatbox if somebody else has the rhymes, but at this point I really should.
You just beatbox to a bunch of crickets.
That was great, right? That was great, right?
Oh, that was pretty dope.
That was the best thing you've ever seen. I know, it really was. Hey, thank you all for watching this live show. Season 6 premiere, right? We're back. We're going to be doing these things every Friday. We're going to be having guests every Friday, and we're going to try to just kind of roll out a few just more surprises like this, maybe we won't prepare you for everything that we're doing all the time from now on, so that way you can show up and you never know what's going to happen. You never know if Quick Cosplay is just going to be there live in the studio, and if you don't watch, then I guess you'll not see those awesome moments. So, thank you all for being here and joining us for the live chat, and maybe even not for the live, right? Maybe you caught this on Upload VR on Saturday or Sunday, or maybe you caught this on Anchor or Spotify because you're like, dude, I don't watch podcasts, I listen to them. I can't believe you want me to be on YouTube. It's your chance. That's okay. Thanks for listening.
There is even a video version of this available on Anchor. I mean, after I upload this live version, there will be, but every week you can watch this or listen to it on Anchor as well.
Beautiful.
So boom.
TAM2, Game on Scorpio, Technological Glitch, Guido7335, Vivian, Virtual Steve, Bluebell, Hussein X, Traveling Man 3775, Short Stack, Croy VR,
Legends.
Virtual Steve, Dark Angel, Laszlo 216. What's up, Laszlo? Thanks for being here.
Word.
Andy, Obscure Nerd VR, Moonshine Games. Okay, Arcanian, Brittany Meland, my love, my betrothed. Wait, we're not betrothed anymore, right?
I don't even know what that means.
Your betrothed means you're gonna get married.
Oh.
But I like how that sounds though, betrothed. I'm gonna keep using it. I don't care. Dad bod, dude. Thanks for being here, man. Chi-Town D. Yes.
D.
Yes.
The other Q2C amazing co-host.
Yes.
We love you.
Yes, we do. We also love Thomas McNostril.
Ooh, love them nostrils.
We love the McNostril.
Absolutely.
That's hopefully the McNostril comes back. Oh, and everybody loves crickets, you know. So they love crickets. They hate crickets. Mind Jive. I'm sorry, but that's what you get.
Yep.
Mickey Burr, Mike Newton, BR is back. That's right, baby. We are back and we're not going anywhere. Chris Haney from Space Pirate Trainer, thank you so much. Yeah. And Croy VR. And you know what? If you haven't said anything at this point, boom, you're not getting a name drop because that's it. Because we're ending this broadcast Between Reality Season 6. Thank you so much. We will see you a week from now and in between as well. Join our Discord, like and subscribe, hang out with us.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye-bye.